Welcome to List of, the place where we turn history's dusty old papers into something you'd actually talk about at a party. Today's episode, list of historical documents that changed everything. You might think paper is boring, but these sheets started wars, ended wars, freed people, divided kingdoms, and in one case definitely made at least one monarch very cranky. Let's dive in. 1. The Magna Carta. First stop, England 1215. The Magna Carta, or as King John probably called it, the worst birthday card ever. It was basically a peace treaty between the king and a bunch of very annoyed barons, who were tired of him acting like he owned literally everything. It set down the idea that nobody, not even the king, is above the law. Sure, at the time it applied mostly to rich landowners, but over centuries it became a cornerstone for modern democracy. In other words, it was the medieval version of, you can't just do whatever you want. Dude. 2. The Zimmermann telegram. Fast forward 700 years to 1917. World War I is raging. Germany sends a secret telegram to Mexico saying, hey, if you join our side, you can totally take back Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico. 2 problems. 1, the British intercepted it. And 2, they gave it to the Americans. The US public read it, reacted with a unanimous excuse me what? And soon America jumped into World War I against Germany. Lesson learned. If you want to keep something secret, don't write it down, send it internationally. And definitely don't let the British read it first. 3. The Emancipation Proclamation. Next up, Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation of 1863. Lincoln didn't technically end slavery across the entire United States with this document. It freed enslaved people in Confederate-controlled territories. But it shifted the Civil War's focus to a moral crusade against slavery and paved the way for the 13th Amendment. Plus, it made slavery's defenders furious, which was kind of the point. If this were a tweet, it would have been a very viral, very controversial one. 4. The Treaty of Verdun. Back to the year 843. Charlemagne's grandsons are fighting over Grandpa's enormous empire. Instead of just yelling about it forever, they signed the Treaty of Verdun, splitting the empire into 3 parts. Verdun basically drew the early maps for what would become modern France and Germany. It also set up centuries of friendly disagreements between those neighbors, which is a polite way of saying they fought a lot. Moral of the story: family inheritances can be tricky when the inheritance is half of Europe. 5. The 95 Theses. Our next document isn't a treaty, law, or proclamation, it's a list. In 1517, Martin Luther nails his 95 Theses to a church door in Wittenberg, complaining about the Catholic Church's practice of selling indulgences. This was kind of like posting an angry review on Yelp, but instead of reaching a few locals, it sparked the Protestant Reformation. Luther's points traveled faster than gossip. It was the age of the printing press, so ideas spread like wildfire. And suddenly, Europe was having the biggest religious debate in centuries. 6. The Sykes-Picot Agreement. Finally, in 1916, World War I, and a secret agreement between Britain and France, Sykes-Picot. It divided up the Middle East between the 2 powers, assuming they'd win against the Ottoman Empire. Spoiler: they did. This document ignored promises made to Arab leaders about independence, which predictably led to decades of political resentment and conflict. It's a reminder that carving up regions without asking the people who live there is, well, not the best long-term strategy. And there you have it, 6 documents that may have started as words on paper, but ended up rewriting history itself. From medieval kings being told to chill, to telegrams that sparked wars, to proclamations that changed moral tides, each one proves the pen can be mightier than the sword. And occasionally messy. If you enjoyed this episode of List of, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let us know in the comments which historical document you think had the biggest impact. And remember, history's greatest plot twists were often written down first.